Truth Seeker, August 27th, 2018. Very quickly, want to go over some of the top headlines today. One of them was that John McCain's funeral is upcoming, and John McCain made a request that Donald Trump not be invited. And of course, these two have a political beef that's widely known in the public. I want to show you what's so interesting about this news today and remind you one of the things that was significant about the day John McCain died. So today, August 27th, 2018, where this news story emerges about Trump being disinvited from the funeral, it's a date with numerology as 73. And as we talked about the day John McCain died, it was Trump's 73rd day of his age. And with regards to John McCain, one of the main beefs between Trump and McCain is that Trump said McCain's not a war hero because he was captured as a prisoner of war. McCain was freed, at least so we're told, as a prisoner of war in the year 73. And John McCain was also born August 29th, 1936, a date with 73 numerology. Remember, that number is real special to a certain gang, the Masons. The word Mason has that Gematria of 73, where the majority of politicians in the history of this nation are Masons. Of course, Freemasonry has its headquarters in Washington, D.C. So a whole lot of 73 there, and definitely not coincidental. More evidence of news by the numbers. Also, John McCain's known as the Maverick. Today's the 239th day of the year. 239 is the 52nd prime number. And down below, I'm going to link this post. This man here made some other great observations. If you missed my prior work on the death of John McCain, you need to watch that. It's no coincidence he died on the anniversary of the day Ted Kennedy died from brain cancer. These two men who were friends as senators. It's all ritual. So also in the news today, August 27th, the coup against Pope Francis. And again, today's the 239th day of the year, which is the 52nd prime number. And appropriately, the word Pope equals 52. If you read the story, yesterday, August 26, 2018, an archbishop put out an 11-page letter asking for Pope Francis to resign. And the thing about yesterday, August 26, 18, is it was a date with 52 numerology. 8 plus 26 plus 18, 52 numerology. Today, the 239th day of the year, the 52nd prime. Fitting dates for news about the Pope. And with regards to this letter about resigning coming out on the 26th, the office of the Pope is the papacy, which has Gematria of 26. Very special number. This code of letters and numbers comes from Kabbalah. 26 is the number that symbolizes God. In Hebrew, God sums to 26. In English, God sums to 26. There's a reason there's a 26-letter alphabet. Again, in Kabbalah, God creates the world by merging the letter with the number. Also, the date the letter was written, August 26, 2018, date was 72 numerology. The name of the archbishop that wrote it is Carlo Maria Vigano, Gematria of 72, like Jesuit order, Pope Francis the first publicly Jesuit pope. The popes are the Masons within the Catholic Church. That pope's name also has Gematria of 144, also like Jesuit order. Remember, on May 24th, the 144th day of the year, when the Jesuit pope met with Donald Trump by the numbers, Trump went to the Jesuit Fordham University, which he attended 52 years before becoming president of the United States, not coincidentally. Also, with regards to it being an 11-page testimony or letter asking for his resignation, in the base ciphers, Pope also has Gematria of 11, the master number in numerology. Coming back to John McCain for a moment, also in the headlines, John McCain's years in Jacksonville, where he lived during the time, where he was living in the time of the war when he became a prisoner of war. You see these themes in the media. John McCain dies. Next day, you got a big shooting in Jacksonville. At a Madden tournament where earlier in the month, the Madden simulation said the Jacksonville Jaguars will win the Super Bowl. Anyway, as I talked about, the news of McCain, his brain cancer ending, that was Friday, August 24th, 2018, a date with a life lesson number of 43. And then he died the next day, a date with a life lesson number of 44, where kill equals 44, cancer equals 44, chemo equals 44, brain equals 44, Ted Kennedy equals 44, dead on the anniversary of Ted Kennedy. Anyway, the news broke on a date with a life lesson number of 43, McCain equals 43, Senator equals 43, Jacksonville 43, Florida 43, John Madden equals 43, football 43. Again, it's all a big planned propaganda cycle, ongoing narrative, intertwined stories. They're saying a bunch of Arizona Cardinals are going to go speak on John McCain's behalf now. One more NFL parallel. Also, new headlines out about the Jacksonville shooting. There was a training going on right next door for firemen. Of course, firemen sums to 43. Again, this is the Jacksonville shooting. John Madden, 43. Jacksonville, Florida, football, killing, Masonic. Again, this code of letters and numbers, entirely Masonic. Notice something else for the first time that I never caught before. The word training. We see a lot of these mass shootings happening the day of a training, the day after a training next door at the same time. We see this again and again and again. Remember Sandy Hook? They had to apologize to viewing audiences because they didn't actually show them footage of the school where supposedly the shooting happened. They showed footage of a training that was going on at the same time. What a coincidence. But I noticed training has this gematria of 47 and 52, like government and authority. And in the case of the Jacksonville shooting, it also came on a date with 52 numerology. Go figure. Jacksonville, FL, the abbreviation for Florida, also 52. Here we are on August 27th, the one-year anniversary of Houston flooding by the numbers. Again, 239 is the 52nd prime. World militaries have admitted to knowing how to create flash flooding on command since 1952. Flood equals 52. And in this article, they mentioned that the greatest amount of rainfall ever in the history of Hawaii is 52 inches, of course. Just like they said that about Houston last year, that 52 inches of water fell that devastated the city. Same patterns, same numbers all throughout history. And then just for a little bit more fun, also today, August 27th, this was in the headlines. This Ferrari GTO was the most valuable car ever auctioned. It sold for $48 million. And would you believe it? Ferrari 48. At the same time, GTO has gematria of 42, just like Freemason sums to 42 and 48 in the base ciphers. In Hebrew and in English, Freemason sums to 48. A lot of overlap with gematria values between English and Hebrew. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.